Hello everyone, this is Sianshu Budia and we are going to be discussing about the PM subject. First and the foremost thing that we have to discuss is why PM subject is one of the most challenging subjects when it comes to skills level. How I know it? Because the global pass rate tells me that's about 40 to 42% for PM. The answer remains to the fact that I think we have been always used to doing accounting and getting used to the concepts over there and then applying them. When it comes to costing, we are generally never used to it. And one of the biggest reasons is that, PM requires the base of MA, that is the foundation level. But when we go for exemptions, then we are directly coming to PM and understanding the costing concepts here. So that comes as a biggest hindrance for many of the students because they are not conceptually clear wherein my role comes into action. So, guys, when you are joining the PM sessions, it is my role that I take to make you all clear with your basics as well. So, we will never jump to your chapter number 1. We will always go to first session as the basic session where we'll understand the basics, get hold of it, and then only we'll proceed to chapter 1. So, guys, let me quickly make you all aware with the exam pattern of PM, that is performance management, before we discuss more other pointers. So, I'm sharing my screen, and here is the exam paper pattern for performance management. As you are aware, your performance management paper is completely computer based exam. What does it mean? It means that no paper and pen to be used to solve the paper. Okay, to solve the exam, you would be completely logging on to your computer based examination portal, and thereon you will be appearing for your exam. There are two modes by which you can appear for your exam. Either you can opt for a center based exam or a remote based exam. That's completely your choice. And you know that there are exams which are held 4 times in the year, that is in the first week of September, December, March, and June. So now we are targeting first week of December. That's your period that we are targeting. And of course, the sessions that are going to be delivered to you would ensure that even if you're appearing for the exam in March, you would be able to handle it. Now, the paper is for 100 marks. We require a passing percentage of minimum 50%. Okay, but I always tell my students that, guys, we are not targeting 50%, we are targeting minimum 70%, and that clearly depicts from my pass rates. So the students of my batch, they generally have a pass rates of 80 to 85%, contrary to almost half, which is the global rate, which is 40 to 42%. Okay, coming back to this, guys, the paper pattern is that your paper is going to be divided into 3 sections: Section A, Section B, and Section C. Section A and B are for 30 marks each. And yes, they have multiple choice questions, multiple task questions, drop down options, fill in the blanks, wherein basically you are not writing anything. You are just writing the figures or just doing the match the following, true, false, and all that. So you are not writing those long format answers. Section A has 15 questions, each of 2 marks. So total 30 marks. You are doing that entire question correct, then you get 2 marks. You don't do the question correct or you do it partially correct, you will get 0. Section B, again 15 questions, but they are divided among 3 case studies. So you will have 3 case studies and each case study will have 5 questions. And each question will be for 2 marks. Now, even if you got 2 questions correct, or 3 questions correct, or 4 questions correct in one case study, and you got just one wrong, doesn't matter. You will get marks for the 4 questions that you did correctly. And for the incorrect question, you will get 0. So now here again we have 3 case studies with 5 objective type questions each. Now objective type can be a multiple task question as well, and each for 2 marks. So it becomes 30 marks. 30 for section A, 30 for section B. Remember, people, for this section A and B, you will not use Excel to solve. You will only use calculator, and when you're giving your exam in a center-based format, you will have rough sheets, two rough sheets, and a pen or pencil. But please remember, if you're giving a remote based exam, then those rough sheets are not there. Instead, on the screen, you will have scratch pad, which you will use as a rough sheet. Got it? Remember, in section A and B, no partial marking, no step marking. So either you get 2 marks for the fully correct answer, or you get 0 for an incorrect or partially correct answer. Moving on to section C, guys, this is the long format question section. Typically, you'll have two long formats question can be asked from the entire area of the syllabus, okay? And each question is for 20 marks. But typically, section C has a guidance that it generally covers the topics like budgeting, performance measures, whether financial performance measures or non-financial performance measures like RI, ROI, okay, relevant costing principles, transfer pricing, variance analysis, and the other topics also that I will tell you when we go into the due course, okay, like building block model and so on. So now this is essentially a bird's eye view of your entire syllabus. Total, it becomes 60 plus 40, 100. Okay. Now comes a very, very important question, ma'am. We have heard that PM is very difficult to clear. As even I was saying, yes, it is not difficult to clear. It is just that we need discipline, we need consistency, and we need a strategy to move forward. So, next point, people, I am sharing a strategy. I know it's a very generalized strategy, but I've seen students getting the success with this strategy, a basic strategy that I've created. People, you are going to customize it as per your own requirements, because every student has got different way to study, different way to do questions, and takes different time, and they have a different process altogether. So please strategize it as per your needs. So now when I discuss about strategy, this is the strategy for your December PM exams that I am giving you here, and keeping this in mind, we are going to take our studies forward. The classes are going to begin in second week of September. That is, you all know, 14th September is our orientation date, and after that, our classes will begin. Perf people, when I am guiding you, when you are with me, and we are going to work together as a team to achieve the targets that you have set, so please raise the bar and don't keep a target to pass the exam. We are here to aim for a global rank. Okay, so we will work in the same way from day one to achieve that global rank. As per the strategy that I formulated, every day I think you all can take out 1.5 to 2 hours to study. In case if you're not able to take out that time, take out 1 to 1.5 hours, which I'm sure everybody can embed in your system. Then these are some dates that I've put in. By this date, if we complete substantial portions, then yes, you are on the right track. Like on 30th September, try to be in line with the class that is still 30th September. In case if you have any reasons to miss the class, okay, complete your backlogs by 30th. You should be in line with the class. By 15th October, we will have mock 1. That means, no, you got to be doing your questions, your concepts coverage, everything in line. You can do questions from ACCA Study Hub that ACC has given as a free resource. Apart from this, the question that I would be giving you in the class as homework, as more question practice, all of that should be done so that you are ready for your first mock by 15th October. That is not going to be there for the entire syllabus. As per the progress of the syllabus, we will have that mock. Typically, it will be for 60 marks. 31st October is the date by which now you are going to start with your past papers, because as a thumb rule we have that by which by 70 to 80%, that is when your syllabus is completed, you should start with your mocks past papers right away. By 15th November, your mock 2 will be there for the entire syllabus. And then we will have the series of revisions, and you will also have revisions at your end that I will tell you later on how you should be contemplating that strategy. And finally, by 25th November, targeting for a third mock. So that's all that I have to cover in this video. Wait for the next video so that I give you more details about the syllabus, about more about ACCA Global to be used as a very important tool in your preparation, and also more discussions on PM. Thank you so much, guys. See you in the class.